So far today, we've actually hit 94 degrees. I don't expect to see those temperatures climb at all because we've certainly seen that cloud cover start to build in a little bit more. In fact, we've already dropped down to 91 degrees, but you can see those storms in the distance. Dallas-Fort Worth, we could still see a storm or two make it into the Metroplex here pretty shortly. Right now, though, because where we have seen the storms, temperatures have come down quite a bit. We're at 85 degrees in McKinney. We've got an 87 in Decatur, a 78 in Granbury, a 77 right now in Stephenville. Satellite and radar showing with the heating of the day, we had the showers and storms pop up. Here's the thing. These storms are just kind of in random spots because we don't have one big storm system coming through by any means. We just have a couple of pieces of energy making their way through across North Texas. That's going to be the similar case for the next couple of days, actually. But zooming in just a little bit more closely here, you can see the stronger storm in between McKinney and Plano. This storm is actually slowly drifting to the south and east, so I wouldn't be surprised if Garland, Rockwall, you're going to get the rain here shortly. We also have another storm near Josephine. This is not nearly as strong, but it does have some heavy rainfall and a couple of lightning strikes with it. Some stronger storms are going to be right on top of and just south of Cleburne, and that is also moving off to the east. You can see Hillsboro. You've actually had a storm developing just to your west, and it looks like that's going to be growing here shortly. And then we've also got another shower just south of Kaufman. It doesn't look like it's going to do a whole lot. It's actually trying to weaken a little bit. And then we've got the storms near or just south of Waxahachie. Those are also drifting to the south and east. So Corsicana, you could get some rain here later this evening. But overall, the coverage is going to stay pretty low, pretty isolated. But there's still a chance that even some of the storms that are over just east of Denton, they're going to make their way towards Dallas here maybe in the next hour or so. But that coverage remains low. Overnight tonight, most of the rain chances, they pretty much go away. But by the time we get into tomorrow morning, now we have some isolated showers and storms trying to pop up again. So the coverage at about 10% tomorrow morning. Same thing once we get into tomorrow afternoon and evening. This is going to be noon tomorrow, and the highest coverage staying just to the south and east. But late in the afternoon and early evening, now we have the storms kind of popping up all over across North Texas, but the overall coverage, again, staying pretty low. We do it all over again on Thursday. Thursday morning looks pretty quiet, but with the heating of the day, once we get into Thursday afternoon, now we've got the isolated storms popping up, but the coverage remains at about 10%. I think by the time we get to Friday, all the rain chances pretty much go away. So for tonight, temperatures drop down into the low to mid 70s. We're going to be dropping to about 76 tomorrow morning in downtown Dallas, but 72 in Denton, 74 in Waxahachie, 74 in Canton, and 74 tomorrow morning in Greenville. Tomorrow afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds, I think it's going to look very similar to what we've got going on today. But again, the coverage of storms will be a little bit lower. Nonetheless, temperatures will stay below normal. The normal being 97 and forecasting a high of 93 in Dallas, 94 in Fort Worth, 91 in Waxahachie, 96 in Decatur, and 92 tomorrow in Greenville. So the coverage of storms, it doesn't look great. 10% Wednesday, 10% on Thursday, and then we don't have any chance of rain for a while after that. So for tonight, I think eventually, briefly, we clear out a little bit. But tomorrow morning, the clouds start to build back in and we have another chance of rain. Temperatures drop down into the mid 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, a mixture of sun and clouds. Highs do make it into the low 90s, but a 10% coverage of rain and storms. We keep that 10% going on Thursday. By Friday, we're back in the mid 90s. Lots of sunshine to go along with it. Right now, this weekend is looking dry. It's also looking warm. The second half of that 14-day, it also still looks warm, but at least we're starting to see that trend of a slightly cooler, at least relatively speaking, temperatures move back in with highs in the low 90s showing up. Jason, back to you.